Hi everyone, I've recently been fortunate enough to acquire one of these, a Starlancer TAC, one of the most impressive new ships added to Star Citizen at this year's Invictus launch week. So in this video I'm going to be giving you a tour of this amazing new ship. Let's get going. So from the exterior, the first thing you notice about this ship is it is big. We're talking 747 or something larger here. This is a very large and impressive ship, bristling with turrets. Look at those two on the side there, more on top, in fact two pairs of turrets on the top, more on these sides, down a bit lower on the ship's profile there. We've got some sort of docking collar there. We have several ways to enter the ship actually. As we go further down the body of the ship, we come to this large widespread wing here with the insignia of the ship, or the branding there on the side, Starlancer TAC, all looking very professional, very smart and very polished. Around the back of the ship here, as I approach, you'll be able to see we're coming to the impressively sized rear cargo hold, and this thing is big. I'm just going to open it up for you here so you can see it's rated for 96 SCU, but I found it can comfortably swallow 130 plus SCU, and you can also fit, for example, a Pisces inside there. Look at the size of this cargo hold. This is a big space to store and carry stuff on this ship. As we move through the cargo hold, we see on the left side here elevators that take you up to engineering, which are handy shortcuts. There's also an elevator on the right side that does the same. Now the first room we come to after exiting the cargo hold, guess what, is the medical bay, and you have here two tier 3 med beds to heal yourself or your crew. This is a really well positioned med bay, and again high quality throughout. You've got some storage down here, a sliding storage cabinet, lots of nice details here, a sink there, other things, various storage cupboards on the wall which do work. As you can see there, got 650k SCU to store stuff inside one of those storage things alone. Moving into the next room, we come into the well detailed troop transport room. Now this has got the capacity to carry 8 troops inside this area, which is a formidable landing force. What's more, on the wall here we've got these release catches that open up this, as you can see, so your troops can rush straight down into action there on the battlefield. And you've also got these handy dandy mounted guns here, which I believe are size 1, and they can put out a fair amount of fire to any incoming targets there. This is a great addition to the troop transport section that will certainly come in handy for defending your guys from any incoming threats as they disembark. We move through to the next section of the ship, getting into the ship's belly now, and we see here 2 turrets. And just watch the animation series you get inside the turret. Again, the whole ship just giving this impression of quality throughout. Just gonna, yeah, the door shuts behind me there. Turn all the way around, and here we've got access to these 2 turrets, which as you can see aren't exactly small. These are some big guns on the side of the ship here. And now here in the next section of the ship, we're going to find we've got a docking collar or airlock here. I believe it's actually an airlock as indicated on the floor there. That airlock opens out. You can go out there if you want, but if you do go out, you can't actually get back in that way, so we're not actually going to go out there, but that's nonetheless a handy inclusion. Going further on in the ship, we're going to reach an armory, another very useful feature this ship has, complete with what seem to be suit lockers here. I don't know if these are currently functional or whether they'll be added later, but they're a really nice addition and really add atmosphere to this ship. You can see we have a total of 3 on that side, 3 on that side, and 2 more there for 8 suit lockers for all of your 8 troops that you'll be carrying on board the Starlancer TAC on your missions. Just going to close that door there. On the left side here, past the fire extinguisher, we've got an elevator that's going to take us out of the hold deck and into deck 2, which will be the upper deck of the ship. You can also get out of the ship using this same elevator. Nice smooth animations there. Not too much travel time takes you up to deck 2. Now on deck 2, we're going to notice here we've got a ladder. That's another way of climbing up to the second deck. On our right, we'll see through this door we have access to the ship's escape pods. If I press this button here, the doors do indeed open. A bit of a snug fit there in the escape pods, but well positioned considering the next door along is in fact the bridge. Let's pop in there now. The feel inside the bridge, again, very impressive. You really do feel like the captain of this starship. The pilot seat on the left hand side here we're going to enter into, and as you can see there, you can get in the seat quite fast, which is always nice. Not too much of an animation time there. Just going to power on by pressing U, and yeah, that is your pilot seat view. Look at that, nice sort of 180 degree angle there, plus a bit more, lots of visibility outside the front of the ship. Perhaps the viewing angles at top and bottom a little bit narrow, but certainly as regards left and right visibility, you can see a lot of what's around you. Looking out at the exterior view of the ship, you can appreciate just how big this ship is. Those nice sort of sweeping wings, adding this very sort of large, substantial feel overall to this ship with its rounded corners, looking quite bulbous there, some would say, but certainly a large and impressive and formidable looking craft that is certainly heavily armed. You get the sense that they've worked very hard and put a lot of time and effort and polish into this ship. We'll see on the two sides of the bridge here, we've also got access to the ship's remote turrets, and these things can pack a serious punch. I'm just going to show you a quick firing example in this one. Using the button here on the right, we can enter the remote turret like that, and you'll see, yeah, we've got some firepower here. The angle of coverage above the ship here is quite generous. I will say a little bit hard perhaps to hit what's behind you there due to part of the ship's hull being in the way. This is a fairly decent and powerful turret though, with lots of coverage in that angle above your ship and certainly to the front there. As we go through the room we just came into, this is the elevator room with the ladder and stuff in there. We're going to go, oh, excuse me, we're going to now come into the crew quarters here, or really the habitation, I suppose. In here we've got a full fitted kitchen area, currently non-functional, but no doubt will be in a future update, I hope. Nicely detailed there with lots of stuff. On the opposite side we have a table here, sort of mess table for your crew to eat at, as it were. Here we've got a weapon locker situated outside the crew quarters, which does extend and retract like that. You can put your guns in there. That's a nice feature for your tactical deployments. Inside here we'll see the crew's quarters, where we have no less, of course, than 8 fully fitted bunks there for your crew to sleep in while out on missions, complete with these lockers, which, let's have a look. Yep, the lockers do indeed work. They're not just aesthetic. That's nice. That's a really cool feature. This ship has so many cool touches on it. On the opposite side here, we've got the crew's bathroom, and in here we have, of course, the standard fare of the shower and no doubt the extendable toilet there. Very important feature. Look at that. Always got to have one of those, complete with extending toilet roll dispenser. Man, the future is such a great place. So many mod cons there. And behind us, we've got a mirror, a working mirror in Star Citizen. What a beauty. Look at that. Smile. Off to the left side of the kitchen area, you've also got another bathroom, if I'm not mistaken, in here. Yeah, another bathroom there, another mirror there. Goodness me, working mirrors, who'd have thought it, eh? And of course, another shower and toilet behind us, complete with interactable shower gel. Wow, honestly, this ship's got it all. So leaving the crew area here, we're going to come into the drop bay. Now inside here you've got another feature that I really love about the Starlancer TAC, and that is, of course, you've got a fighter hangar. Well, really it's a snub fighter hangar. It is quite small in there, but you can certainly fit, well, as advertised by the devs, you can fit a Fury in there, and possibly you might be able to squeeze other stuff in there too. If we go up to this release catch and interact with it, you'll be able to see that opens the hangar at the top to allow your fighter to either come in or go out. As I said earlier in the video, you can also fit a Pisces inside your cargo hold as well, potentially. This elevator I showed you earlier, this actually goes back down to the cargo hold, so that's a nice shortcut there. I'll show you that just when we come out of engineering. So speaking of engineering, we're heading in there right now. This is the ship's impressive looking engineering room. I really like the detail back here. This looks absolutely fantastic. This is really good. We've got here the quantum drive in the back, and as you know, many ships in Star Citizen have this superb attention to detail here, where the panels on the walls don't just sit there and do nothing, they actually open up. You can see what's inside them. You've got fuse access there. You've got more component panels here that open up and show you what's inside them. Absolutely brilliant. And we're going to use this elevator here to head back down to the cargo hold where we started. So even though we had to navigate all the ship to get here at this point, we can just use this elevator here to go straight back down to the cargo deck. We turn around while it's going down, and you'll see we're back out where we started again. Would you look at that at the start of the ship? That is a really handy shortcut, I'll tell you. I love having that med bay there, so convenient. Now, in case you need to exit the ship quickly from next to the armory or bridge, you can do so by using this elevator here, which will just open up now. This is the ship's main elevator, and when it comes down to the level we're on now, it's going to open up. There you go. Inside the elevator we go, and we're going to use this panel, and as you can see, we can also use this to exit the ship. That's going to take us out the ship using an alternate route. Again, we're going to turn around, I believe, for this one. There you go, and we're back on ground level outside this beautiful spaceship. Look at that. What a stunning ship that is. The level of detail and quality inside that ship are really something else. They've really done a great job on the Starlancer TAC. So there you go. Well, not a full review of the ship. That's my tour of the Starlancer TAC. I may well be doing some reviews of ships in the near future, so stay tuned for those. If you like this video and you're interested in the game, please consider using my referral code, which you can see on the screen right now. If you use that when signing up for a new Star Citizen account, it's going to give you a bonus of 5,000 credits. Thanks for watching, guys.